on here? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Doug. Oh, yes. Thank you to Doug, Grant, and CreativeMornings for allowing me to talk about something that I truly value, that's become a part of the foundation of who I am. And it goes perfectly with the theme of this month, which is Beyond. Oh, geez. Yeah. So like Doug said, I own a shop here in town called LoveThis. It is out of an Airstream trailer, and I focus on ethically made goods. But my background, however, is actually in architecture. So aesthetics, design, the way things look, the way they feel is something that's really important to me. So when I'm looking for ethically made goods, I'm looking for goods that do good, but also that are designed very thoughtfully. So the visual is just as important as what's beyond the product. So for me, beyond means looking on the other side, and more particular, looking on the other side of the products I own and I choose to buy. Because I'm thinking about the journey that that product took to get to me. So who made it? Where was it made? What were the materials? What's the manufacturing process? What are all the pieces that go into making it? Am I harming something? Am I making something better? Because I believe that as a consumer, every purchase that I make can have a positive or negative impact on the world. So I've made a choice. And that choice is, to the best of my ability, that I will buy products that I love, that fit within my budget and do good. Because I needed to know that the choices I made and where I choose to invest my money was making a positive impact. Because I didn't want to be a part of that negative impact anymore. Because it hurt me, it bothered me to know that I could possibly be harming someone or something just because of my inability or my unwantingness or just my ignorance and not knowing the answers to the questions I was asking before. Because I really believe that if each of us were given a choice to make an impact with our purchases, a positive or a negative one, that we would always choose to make the positive impact. Because there's so many issues going on in the world today, from the destruction of the environment to just everyone having basic human rights, that I know my choices have consequences. And if I'm gonna purchase a product, why not it change someone else's life? Why not it impact someone other than myself? So I'm gonna share some stories with you guys today of brands, of people, of companies that have really inspired me, in the hopes that it'll inspire you guys to investigate how you can have deeper connections to the products that you own and choose to buy. So the first brand is Onshaw Project. They are based out of Louisville, Kentucky, and all of their products are made in India. And they work with vintage saris, natural dyes, and organic cotton to make bandanas, quilts, pillows, and scarves. And their latest collection is one that I'm in love with because it's more abstract, it's contemporary, it's geometric, and it really appeals to my design aesthetic. So beyond these products are these fantastic women. And Colleen, the woman in the black and white picture, is one of the founders of Onshaw, and I was super privileged to be able to meet her last month when I went to the Fair Trade Federation conference. And she started Onshaw back in graduate school when she was for architecture. And she took a seminar class that took her to India. And the project was actually to come up with a creative idea to use design in the textile industry. So she gets to India and she meets with the local leader of an organization that's working with the children of commercial sex workers. And through this woman, and just through her own eyes, she really understands the extreme oppression that these women are facing and the complete void of any other economic opportunity because they're such a marginalized community. So Colleen gets really close with these women. She bonds with them. She feels like they're her sisters and decides to fight for them. So using her design background and collaborating with the local leaders on the ground, they develop a job skills training program that using textiles. So they start teaching the women how to machine tailor, how to do the hand dyeing, how to do the kantha technique, which is the type of embroidery that all of their products have, but also basic design skills like cutting and measuring, color pairing. So now these women are gaining all these amazing skills. They're in a safe environment, getting consistent income, and the most important thing is that they're a part of a family where their voices are heard, they feel respected, and they are treated as equals. So Santu, Medina, and Feroza are 3 women that are working with Anshul, and Santu has said that where they can't reach, their names are going, because each woman stitches her name into every product that she makes. And through Anshul's work, these women are really escaping prostitution and sex work through education. And at least 75% of the women that are in this program have completely left the sex trade. So beyond this scarf, that I'm wearing are Colleen, are the local leaders, are these amazing women whose lives have really been changed. And so my purchase of this scarf makes me really happy because I love it. I feel connected to the person that made it. But more importantly, I could have chosen to buy this somewhere else. So my purchasing power really matters, that I chose this scarf because it truly matters. It really made a difference. It really changed someone else's life. So Anshul Project is doing awesome work across the globe. And Maven Made is doing something awesome here in Richmond. So Maven Made makes products that are all natural, that are vegan, and ethically sourced for wellness, for beauty, and for your home. So their products range from room spray to beard oil to facial serums. And all of them come in these beautiful blue signature bottles that actually helps keep the ingredients better longer. So on the other side of Maven Made is Bethany. And she started Maven Made because she had severe acne problems. And so she would go to the dermatologist, get prescriptions, go to the dermatologist, get prescriptions. And at some point, she said no to the medication and wanted to try a more natural way to help her skin. So she goes to an aromatherapist and she absorbs all the information that this woman gave her, goes home, and starts her path to research and actually make something that was more natural for her skin. And on this path, she realizes the magic of essential fatty oils, and it transformed her skin. And Bethany talks really, really candidly about her journey with chemical beauty products, with tanning beds, with modified hormones, with cigarette addiction, which I think a lot of women can identify with. And she is really passionate about sharing how to live a more mindful life. So much so that she won't even make any Maven Made products if she is not in a positive space, because she believes that every part of her energy is transferred into those bottles, and she takes that responsibility really, really seriously. So she's all about getting rid of chemically made products, advocating for ones that are naturally made, which she says is the best way that we can rid our bodies of the havoc that we've put them through. So beyond those bottles is Bethany's determination for all of us to connect naturally with our own bodies. And how awesome is it to know the person that made your product, to know how invested they are in your well-being. So I could choose to buy another facial moisturizer, but I use Maven Made's facial serum because it's an investment in me, and it's an investment in putting money back into my own community. The last brand I'm going to talk to you guys about is Soko. And I'm really, really connected to them because I've been wearing their sandals, carrying their bag for a few years now, and so I feel really connected to the men and women who have made those products for me. So they make accessories, bags, and footwear from Uganda, Kenya, and Ethiopia. And all of their products are predominantly made out of leather, and they source it all in country. So on the other side of those beautiful products are these inspiring women. And the Soko story starts with Liz. So she went to Uganda on a whim after college. And she had been studying journalism, so she wanted to go to learn more about women who were living in poverty in a conflict-ridden zone. But when she gets there, she meets these amazing group of women who are almost her age that want to do something. They want to be leaders, but they just don't have access to the funds to go to university. And Uganda is pretty war-torn, so there are not a lot of opportunities, and even less for women. So Liz decides that she wants to do something about this. So she designs a pair of strappy sandals. She's not a product designer. She has no idea how to make these things. So she starts wandering the markets of Uganda, trying to figure out, how can I put a hole into leather? How do I attach the ribbon to the actual sole? How do I put the soles together? She cries a lot, she laughs a lot, and through a lot of discovery, she figures it out. So she's got this product in hand, and she provides an opportunity for women to earn, to save, and gives them an environment where people don't see their boundaries, and they're finally able to envision a future for themselves that they never thought they could before. So every 9 months, Soko employs a group of women to make the sandals, to save their money, to be a part of a community that's really strong, and then they're off to pursue their dreams. Like these 3 women you see here. So Giovanni wants to study mechanical engineering and invent something awesome one day. Consulate wants to go to school for business administration and get a degree in accounting. And Nibu has actually already graduated and has a degree in microfinance. So beyond all of these products are Liz and all these women earning their way to go to college. And Liz says something that is really awesome, that speaks so well to the purchasing power that we all have. And she says, "I dream of a community of consumers who see shoes as something more than a lifeless product on a shelf, but who see the lives and dreams of the hands that make them." So in the marketplace that is now, I know that there are so many brands that are doing good that we can buy our products from. So from our toothbrush to our water bottle, to our cell phone cases, to our earphones, to our t-shirts, there are so many brands that are doing good. But the path to access these brands, it's a little bit hard. But I believe that if each of us knows that we have a choice in what we buy, it gets so much easier. And sometimes the choice is not very clear. And I use this chart to kind of help me when I'm gonna buy something. So it always starts with my desire. So if I know I want something, I always ask myself, do I need it? And if I do, I ask, does it have to be new? And if it doesn't, I can buy it used, consigned, vintaged, or upcycled. But if it does have to be new, then I always ask myself, can I buy it ethically? And like I said before, buying it ethically, loving it, and being within my budget are the 3 things that have to align for me to purchase something. And if I can't get those 3 things, then it's okay. I'm gonna buy that product to last. Because for me, buying a product, keeping it for a long time and loving it is far more important than buying a product that does good, never using it, and hating it. And I've only talked to you guys about 3 brands, 3 stories, 3 people that are doing amazing things, putting value in our planet, putting value in people, and designing beautifully made products. But there's so many more out there. So I'm going to say something that I said earlier, which is if each of us were given a choice to make a positive impact or negative impact with our purchase, we'd always choose the positive impact. So it's up to us to go beyond our products and really ask ourselves what is on the other side. Thank you.